the odds of that are pretty small. So let's look at these odds a little more carefully and try. I'm going to put them in a perspective of something that people intuitively understand. I'm calling it cosmic roulette because that's really what it is. It's a lot of these things moving around, and we play the odds, right? Because if you don't, these things are sort of randomly flying around there, and it's just like, playing roulette all the time. All right, so let's look at that 5 megaton energy. That's, again, about a 45-meter asteroid. It's not very big. The odds in 100 years, so let's just roughly call it your lifetime. It's about 30%. If you look at the National Safety Council, you can look up your chances of dying of almost any particular cause. Your odds of dying of cancer are about 23%. It's actually slightly lower for women, slightly higher for men. I think it's because of smoking rates, but 23%. So it's pretty close to that. So another way to think of this is just in your head, your odds of dying of cancer are about the same as somewhere on Earth during your lifetime, there is another Tunguska-like explosion, randomly. Okay, well, that's not that bad. That's, the last one hit in the middle of the forest. It's, there's not a lot of people there, maybe killed some reindeer. We'll probably get lucky, right? That's one way to look at it, right? Let's look at a little bit bigger. Let's look at something 140 meters. That has an impact energy of about 100 megatons. Okay, for scale, the largest bomb ever exploded was a nuclear weapons test. It was an absolutely huge bomb, 50 megatons, called the Tsar Bomba. The Soviet Union tested it some 40, 50 years ago. That was about 50 megatons, like I said. This is about double that. But another way to think of this is that our large nuclear weapons now, the larger ones that we carry in our arsenal, about a half a megaton or so, something like that. So it's a couple hundred of our big bombs. All right. Another way to think of this is that all the bombs used in World War II put together in one spot are about 20 megatons. So think of this as 5 times World War II. Okay. All right. Most of the Earth's unpopulated. Okay, maybe it doesn't hit the ocean. Maybe we don't get a tsunami. Maybe it lands in the middle of the Sahara. Maybe it's okay. Maybe not. Maybe it collapses the world economy and we're in a depression for 100 years. Who knows? It just depends on where it lands, right? Let's say you take out the east coast of the United States. That would be bad, but maybe not. Okay. So what are the chances? And I'll go back to that other graph. You can run it across again. No air bars are very small. There's about a 1% chance in your lifetime that somewhere on Earth there's a random 100 megaton impact. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Nobody's arguing that number. That's just true. That's the odds we accept. You have about a 1% chance of dying in an auto accident. Okay, just according to the National Safety Council. Remember, somebody brought up something like it's almost 40,000 deaths a year in auto accidents a year. Anybody here know somebody who's died in an auto accident? Okay, well, so you have a rough intuitive feel of what your odds are of dying in an auto accident, right? Who here would ride around every single day in their car without putting their seatbelt on, or buy a brand new car with no airbags? You wouldn't do that, right? Why not? Because it's stupid, right? That's almost the same chance, again, in your lifetime of this sort of thing happening. So there's a big difference, though. In this case, you die, right? In this case, we're all riding in the same car, right? What is the equivalent of the simple safety precaution for the planet, for our civilization, that is your equivalent of buckling your seatbelt?